Good morning and welcome to the replay. I'll be with you in just a moment. I am just getting my camera set up and making sure that this video is live in the places that it should be. If you're just hopping in, good morning, good morning. If you're watching on the replay, hello and welcome. Good morning, Cindy. I'll be right with you. Hi, Shelly. Be right there. Hi, Mary. Hi, Kathy. Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. It is Thursday. And I was planning to work on some of my new transfers this morning, but the more I thought about it, I need to go to the store and get a few things to jazz them up just a little bit. You know how I am. I always have to add a little bit of something to my projects. And apparently I am getting low on something. So we're going to work on a different project today featuring our July Club Couture Transfer. And hopefully you guys are all members of the Club Couture because this month's transfer is it's really cool. And I've got all these different ideas of things that I can do with them. So if you decide you want to join the club, my link should be in the description of this event. Yep, it's there. Go in there, join the club. You're getting your shipments in August, the first part of August. But right now, if you join before the end of July, you'll also be able to get the July transfer, which is what we're going to be playing with today. So I'm just going to show you two different projects that we've made with these so far. This one is Let's Get Lost, and I told everybody that my new Club Couture club members this month, I'm going to cut you out one of these. This is a magnetic, what do we call them? Globe stands. I can never remember what these are called. We call them a globe stand. It's all held onto my 8-inch chalkboard with magnets. And it is part of the transfer that you will chalk. So we're going to be using this piece today, and we're going to do something different with this. I'm also going to show you another project that we made using the same transfer in a different way on canvas. So this is the exact same transfer all jazzed up for Disney. So we're going to work on our third project using the same kind of design. So let me put these aside and pick up the globe stand that I dropped. And we're going to get started. Good morning, Mona. Hello, everybody. Mary's here. Kathy's here. Hey, you guys. Hello and good morning. Welcome. And thank you for hitting that SHARE tab and sprinkling my videos with your friends and family. So I'm going to get my camera flipped around so that you can see both me and my project. I'm getting better at this. My gosh, I struggled with it for a while. So there we go. I'm going to move this aside for now. If you need that website, let me know. So remember this one? We did this one a couple months ago, but we're going to say bye-bye to it today. I'm using a magnetic 8-inch chalkboard. I have two of these. I've had them both since I became a designer almost 3 years ago, and they are still beautiful. They just really stand the test of time. So we're going to say goodbye to this design right now. I'm going to wash it all off. And to do that, I'm just going to, hey Leslie, I'm going to spray it with some water. Sometimes it's hard to wash these transfers off. These designs. Other times I'm like, yeah, it's all right. I'm excited about this project though. I did like this design though. So I was going to do this last night, but I got a little bit busy. Let me show you what I did last night. I made this for a friend of mine who's getting married this weekend. She has had her wedding canceled twice on her since COVID hit, but she's having a small intimate backyard wedding, and she asked me to do a sign for her. So I got busy doing this last night and totally forgot to wash off my board, but we are back and we're gonna get this done. Okay, so it's got water on it, and I'm gonna use our scraping tool to remove most of this design. It just kind of plows it into a neat little pile. All of your chalk. Bye-bye, flowers. This was a really fun one to do. I love doing that watercolor technique with you. All right, we can do it again another time. Hey, Cindy, how are you this morning? So yeah, last night I was live. I had all of the new fall and winter, not really winter, but mostly fall and Christmas and all occasion transfer that I just ordered and got in from our brand new catalog, which can be found on my website if you'd like to take a look. Oh my gosh. I don't even know which my favorite one was. Do you guys have a favorite? I like them all. So I'm just going to clean this mess up with some paper towels. And we should be ready to redesign. I need a trash barrel closer to me, apparently. So pretty. I know it was. It was beautiful. I can make it again, though. Cool thing about our transfers are they are reusable. So you can change them out, wash them off, redesign, make gifts. Really, there's no limit to what you can do with them. Well, this is pretty clean. I can see that there's something called ghosting left behind. It's probably not real evident in my camera, but what ghosting is, it's like a little shadow of what was there beforehand. So I'm going to spray this with a little bit more water, and I'm using something called a board eraser. This one I've used a lot, as you can see, but this is sort of like a magic eraser, but there are no chemicals in it, and it'll take away all of that ghosting, so it'll be gone, gone, gone. The other thing that these are really good for is washing your transfers, because when you're done with your transfers, you wash them off, and this scrapes off all that excess paste on the front. So you wash off your transfer using the board eraser, and they're good to go. You'll just let them dry sticky side up, put them back on the carrier sheets, and you're ready to use them the next time. Just going to give this one more dry and show you what we're going to put on this board today, because I'm super excited. All right, all clean and dry. So we're going to be using that same globe stand, but instead of putting the world and a globe in the middle of it, we're going to do my favorite flower, a sunflower. So what I'm going to be using to do this, I'm going to back up so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. I'm going to be using the flower from our welcome signpost. Now this is a really big transfer that people are using to make those big porch signs with. Today I'm just going to be using this part of it, although one of these days I'm going to make this welcome sign. So I'm just going to take this out of the package and cut it apart and just use that area. And in a moment I'm going to show you the other transfers that you can use. So what you would do if you were just using this transfer by itself is you would cut it apart and you would replace the O in welcome with a seasonal or holiday icon. So today we're going to use the big flower, but this is the other add-on set that you can add to this. So you've got a Valentine heart, a shamrock, an Easter egg, a star for patriotic stars. You've got a snowflake, and you've got pumpkins. So there's something for every season. All right, I saw a trick the other day that I wanted to try on this. The chicks are so good. I don't know. I get so excited about chickens. I'm babysitting 6 baby chicks right now. I have 2 yellows, 2 whites, and 2 brown ones. And they are adorable. I got them and they were just little fuzzy balls. And they're starting to get real feathers. So they're like big girl chickens now. All right, you didn't see what I just did, but I'm going to show you because it's pretty cool. It's a good trick. Come on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Bear with me. There we go. All right, so this is the trick that I saw. Instead of cutting your transfer all up in pieces, you can peel back the little edge of your transfer and just cut the transfer, and then you can replace it back on the large carrier sheet so you don't have little pieces all over the place. I think that can be a good thing sometimes. Other times I like them being smaller. They're just a little easier to store. But this one I can replace right back on the carrier sheet. Oh, maybe, maybe not. Yep. There, how's that? That's kind of a cool trick, isn't it? Hey, Mary Jane. So yes, my chicks are going home tomorrow. I will miss them. They're cute. They like to peep at night. I have been keeping them in the house in the air conditioning with a heat lamp because they were panting in the sun the other day. I couldn't do it. All right, so this is a brand new transfer, and I didn't write on the back of it, but I can't really because it's on a very large carrier sheet. But what I'm going to do is fuzz this transfer, and what I'm doing is just laying it on a towel. This is a Club Couture towel, and lifting it on and off so that it picks up just a little bit of lint from the towel. That is to soften the adhesive on the back side so it doesn't stick quite so tightly to my surface. That is really good if they're super sticky. Also, if you are doing a layering project, you want to fuzz really, really well. You find they're easier to store when you cut in sections. I usually do, but I wanted to try this because I thought it was kind of a cool trick in case you like to keep them in the packages. I usually put the hanger that they come on through the top of a coat hanger and hang them up in my closet. You can put bunches of them on one hanger. Storage is always tricky, isn't it? All right, so let's kind of figure out where this transfer is going to go on here. It's going to look like it's hanging from the globe stand if I'm doing this correctly. Let's say right about there. Yeah. Okay, let's move that to the side. It doesn't really need to be straight, right? Not really. So I'm going to rub this down. I like to use my squeegees to rub them down. Sometimes you miss a bubble when you do it with your hand. I don't think I have this time, but when you have a bubble in your transfer, you can hear it kind of pop when you go over it. And then you know you want to either lift it up or smooth that bubble out. So get that nice and smooth. So I have 3 different colors for the petals of the flowers because we're going to do an ombre effect on that. And I have some bark, which I want to do in the center. So the center of this one, it does not have a screen in it. There's a little tiny bit, but not very much. But in order for it to look like a sunflower, you need a large brown center, right? I think so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, if you look back at the picture I posted earlier, a sunflower is darker in the center and it lightens up as it goes to the edges with the brown in the middle, right? So I'm going to do 3 tones of orange, gold, and yellow and ombre them out on the petals. So I'm going to be using orange peel, I'm going to be using buttermilk, and I'm also going to be using a brand new color called Shimmer Harvest. This is so pretty, you guys. So my plan is to start with the orange in the center, the Shimmer Harvest in the middle, and the brighter buttermilk towards the points or the ends of the petals. Sound like a plan? All right. All right, I have to go back. Somebody's messaging me. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so I'm going to start with the start by stirring these all up, of course. This is called orange peel. I have not probably used this since last fall, but it looks pretty darn good. You want to always stir up your chalk paste before you use them and get like a nice creamy cake batter consistency. This one's a little lumpy and I'm going to have to work it a little bit later on, but there's plenty that I can use with no problem in there. Then the buttermilk I have used recently. Where are my sticks? I'm going to stir that up a little. Yeah, this one's feeling a little too thick. It's more of a chunky feeling to it. So what I'm going to do is add just a couple sprays of distilled water. We do recommend that you use a distilled water rather than tap water because sometimes your tap water contains like micro pieces of bacteria. Did I say that right? A little bit of microorganisms in them that can cause your chalk paste to mold. So distilled water is a much safer option for you. Okay, that looks happier. And the gold Harvest, I want to call it gold. We have a gold shimmer, but this is called Harvest. It is more of a brown shimmer, brown gold than a yellow gold. Does that make sense? So this is a brand new bottle. Oh my gosh, look at that. It looks gorgeous. Don't want to waste any of that, but I'm going to throw this away to the side for a second because I can make a mess with it. Okay. We are good. This looks beautiful. I don't know what it is about this shimmer paste, but they're creamy and they stay that way, and I very rarely have to add water to them. So people are always asking, is it glittery? And it's not. It just got a tiny little bit of sparkle to it, and it's just so pretty. So pretty. So that looks perfect. All right, so again, we are going to start in the center and work our way out, and then we're going to go in and blend the colors together. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, so as I said, I'm going to start with the orange peel, and I'm going to spread this around using my my little stir stick, just like so, and I will blend it with my squeegee in a minute. Get a little bit more of that around the edges. I feel like I'm using fall colors. I'm not quite ready for fall yet, but if you guys have been to the stores lately, everything is Halloween and fall. It's all out there. I've even seen some Christmas stuff, so I know it seems early, but it isn't. All right, now I'm going to go around there and add some gold towards the center of the leaves. I might use a squeegee for this one. Go well. I'm leaving it kind of thick because I'm going to work it, and I want to make sure that it doesn't dry before I get to the end and peel it off. If it happens to dry while you're working with it, chances are that it will stick to your transfer instead of your chalkboard. So this is chalk paste. It's not paint at all. Comes in a beautiful range of colors. Oops, I went a little further with that one. That's okay. And we just got a few new colors. We always have a section of, they're called In Vogue colors, which are like the color trends of the season. And they're super pretty. This, I believe, might be one of them. Okay. Now let me go in with the yellow. How are we doing so far? Let's see. This is going to be so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the yellow. This is called Buttermilk. I don't have to be quite as careful with this one. But you might notice that I'm not letting my my colors touch at this time, but I will blend them together with my finger in just a few minutes. Just keep an eye on that and make sure it's not drying. If it does happen and you're working on a chalkboard like this, it's really not a big deal. You can wash it right off. Just wash it off and start over. You know, it's great to practice on chalkboards. This is my favorite surface. I love working on wood too, but chalkboards, especially for beginners, they're so forgiving, and you can fix anything. You really can. Not quite as easy on wood surfaces, but it can be done too. Okay, so got all my yellow on. So I'm going to start spreading my yellow so it's smooth over the surface, and scooping all the excess off, put it back into the jar like so. Again, I'm not letting my colors touch because I'm going to put this back in the jar, and if I mix the colors up, it will and put it back in my jar, it'll change the color. Might be just a little bit, but it will change it. Okay, so the rest of it, I think I'm going to scoop up maybe it will. Maybe I won't. I don't have a squeegee. There it is. I'm going to scoop up a little bit of this orange too because it's kind of thick. And put that back in the jar. Just a little bit. All right, here's the fun part. We're going to dampen our finger just a little. I usually spray it with my water and tap it off on a paper towel. And then you're going to go in and blend the two colors together around the center. Blending, 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 just making little circular motions. And this is going to create that kind of ombre look, which we love. I'm not worrying about the center because I'm going to do something different with that in a few minutes. Okay, wipe that off, and then I'll go and get the gold and the buttermilk together. Get a little water, tap it off, and go in and blend that. How many of you guys have done this ombre effect before? I know quite a few of my viewers have or have seen me do it, but I don't know if you've actually tried it. Okay, that's pretty well blended. And then we're going to peel this up. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh yeah. Love it. Okay, we're gonna hit this with the dryer for a couple minutes. Before I do that, I'm just gonna cover my jars. I always want to try to keep them covered as much as possible because exposing them to air is what makes them thicken up. So keep them closed as much as you can. I'll probably go back later on and clean up the edges of the jars if there's, you know, chalk junk in the edges, and you close them. Sometimes it can create like a leak of air in there, and just try to take good care of your chalks because they last a good long time. They can go forever. You love doing that? Yeah, I do too, Leslie. It's really fun. Get my dryer. And then I'm going to try something to make the center of this brown. We'll see if it works. If you just joined me, I was showing the girls earlier this project that I did last night. I actually used 4 different transfers to create this sign for a wedding. My neighbor's daughter is getting married this weekend and asked me to do this for her. It's kind of a backyard wedding. It's going to be really, really nice. And I'm not going to be able to be there because so many, you can only have so many people at a time in one spot, but I think it's just what she wanted. So I sent her a picture last night and she loved it. All right, that looks pretty good. Oops, sorry, I got this wrong. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Let's see how it looks with the stand so far. Okay. I'm going to draw a little doodly-doo so it looks like it's hanging from there in a few minutes. So I'm going to go in with some bark, which is a chocolate brown color I have right here. And I'm going to make a brown center for this flower. So this one needs a stir. Needs a stir. So, yep, this one got a little thicker. It's more like brownie batter than cake batter. So give it a little drink of that distilled water and stir it till it's smoother. So another one, I need to go in there and clean this up a little bit. Okay, so here's my thinking. I'm going to put some chalk paste right in the center of the flower and go in with one of my little tiny daubers. This is a sponge dauber that I've been using for antiquing, but I have a clean one here. Actually, I could use a dirty one in case this doesn't work. So I'm going to put some in the center and kind of go around this with my dauber and make it look textured. We'll see how that works. I think I have a little too much on here. Just scoop it up a little. Don't want that too thick. This might be a total flop, you guys, but we'll see. All right, here's my dauber. I'm just pouncing up and down. Oh, that works great. Pouncing up and down to make the center of your sunflower. And they usually have a pretty big center. So I'm going to spread that a little bit more than it is. What do you think? You see that? Hard to see with the lights. Okay, trust me, it looks cool. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. I love the way it looks. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I'm going to dry that for a sec, and then I'm gonna show you how you can make your own hanger. So sunflowers are my absolute favorite flowers, followed by daisies. Do you guys have a flower that you like the best? Tell me what your favorite flower is. Okay, so this is where the globe stand will go. Right about there. And my thought is to use something else new that I just got. These are called chalk markers, and they are a Club Couture product. We've had them a while, but I've never used them. So we'll see how this works. I'm going to use white, and it is wrapped up like Fort Knox. Let's cut this out of here a little bit. Get this part. Like a toy when you get when you get toys, they're wrapped up like, oh jeez, I don't think anybody can get them out. All right, I'm not sure. I haven't used this before. It looks like it needs to be primed, shaken and primed. Okay, we can do that. All right, so we're gonna shake this up. Shaken, not stirred. Lilacs. Oh, I love the way they smell. Let's see if it's working. And you got to pump it a little bit. Come on. So these are chalk markers. Hopefully it'll come out. And they are also washable. Come on. I've had these kinds of pens before, and sometimes you really have to work them. Did I not shake it enough? Being stubborn. Well, there it is. I was going to say, I had high hopes for this pen. Didn't fail me. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to draw like a curly Q and make it look like it's attached to the flower up on the top area. I can't put it right in the center because of the arch. The arch just isn't round. So I'm just going to kind of curly Q it and see how that looks. We can always erase it if it doesn't look good, right? There. What do you think? I love the pen. Now that it's working. All right, so that is our project for today. What do you think of this? Is this great to see another way that you can use your Club Couture Club Transfer? And you guys, tomorrow is the very last day you can get that transfer for the arm of the globe and the globe itself. Let me show you one more time those other projects we made. We made this one with the transfer. See the handle there, or the globe stand? And in the center. And I'm going to show you this one. The globe stand is not on it because it's on the project we just did. But here's our other one. Let's get lost. And now we have a beautiful little sunflower. And guess what? We're going to be putting a pumpkin on there one of these days too. So stay tuned and be sure to get this transfer through the club. If you join right now, you will get the August shipment first, but you can also order this transfer right now. Just let's get lost. So the link is in the description above. If you guys have any questions, please ask. I'm just going to scroll through and see if I missed anybody. I don't think so. All right, you guys have no questions. I must be doing my job well if you don't. I'm teaching all that I know. So I will be back tomorrow morning with another fun project. Not quite sure what that's going to be yet, but I'm working on it. And I think August 1st we're going to start working on fall stuff. Do stay tuned because I might be moving my time slot to be a little bit later. Trying to find the best time for everybody to pop in and see what I'm doing. And I don't know if mornings are the best for people. So, by the way, this transfer with the sunflower, the welcome porch sign, it might be out of stock at the moment, but will be in stock within the next week or two. I do have one in stock if you're local to me and would like to pick one up. I have both the welcome letters as well as the add-on set. So that's what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed. If you are interested in joining my designer team and getting paid to create like I do, best job in the world, please let me know. I'd love to share some information with you. Aside from that, have a wonderful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.